Today, we're diving into some of the most powerful ideas from Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money. And trust me, this stuff can completely reframe how you think about your finances. So, let's start with a question that seems, well, kind of backwards. Have you ever wondered why brilliant people, doctors, lawyers, finance gurus, so often make terrible financial decisions? And at the same time, you see people with ordinary jobs building incredible wealth? What is going on here? Well, we've all been taught that financial success is about what you know, right? It's about your IQ, your fancy degree, maybe some secret Wall Street formula. But the evidence, it tells a totally different story. Financial success has very little to do with how smart you are and almost everything to do with how you behave. It's about things like patience, humility, and just good old-fashioned long-term thinking. These are traits that are available to literally everyone. Okay, so if it's all about behavior, why do so many of us feel like we're just spinning our wheels, like we're on a treadmill, constantly falling behind no matter how much we earn? This quote really gets to the heart of it. Our feelings about money, our happiness, it isn't based on how much money we actually have. It's based on the gap between our reality and our expectations. And the bigger that gap gets between a life we're living and the life we think we should be living, the worse we feel. And in today's world, our expectations are just exploding. It used to be that we just compared ourselves to the neighbors. Now, our comparison group is a global algorithm on Instagram and TikTok, constantly feeding us a curated highlight reel of people who seem richer, happier, and more successful 24/7. It is a treadmill you can never, ever get off. And that leads us to a really crucial mindset shift. It starts with figuring out what goal we should actually be chasing because, spoiler alert, it's probably not what you think it is. So Morgan Housel tells this fantastic story from when he was a valet parking supercars in Los Angeles. He's seeing Ferraris, Lamborghinis all day long, and he noticed something fascinating. He realized that when he saw a Ferrari, yeah, he was impressed by the car, but he never, not once, thought, wow, the guy driving that car must be so cool. Nope. Instead, he just imagined himself behind the wheel, thinking about how impressive he would look. And that was the light bulb moment. We buy all this expensive stuff to get respect and admiration from other people, but those other people are too busy thinking about themselves to even notice. They're just using your fancy stuff as fuel for their own daydreams. And this right here perfectly illustrates the difference between being rich and being wealthy. See, being rich is visible. It's the high income, the fancy car, the stuff you buy to impress others. But true wealth is invisible. It's the money you haven't spent. It's the savings and investments that buy you the one thing money can actually buy: freedom and control over your own life. Exactly. Wealth isn't really about the flashy cars at all. It's about having the power to control your own time and your own options. This right here is the truest definition of financial freedom. It isn't about private jets. It's about being able to wake up without an alarm clock, look at your day, and know that you and only you are in charge. It's about living life completely on your own terms. Try this little thought experiment. It's incredibly powerful. If you were stranded on a deserted island and no one could ever see your stuff, what would you own then? Your priorities would shift instantly, wouldn't they? You'd stop thinking about status, about impressing people, and you'd start thinking only about utility, about what truly serves you. The difference is just profound. So how do we build this invisible wealth? Well, it's not through some complex Wall Street strategy. It's actually through some shockingly simple, almost kindergarten-level habits. So here's the game plan. First, treat your savings like a bill. It's not optional. It's a non-negotiable payment you make to your future self every single month. Second, automate it. Take your emotional, impulsive human brain out of the equation. And third, and this is the big one, be patient. To understand the almost magical power of patience, you only need to look at one person, Warren Buffett. Just check out this number. Let that sink in. 99%. His real secret wasn't that he was some stock-picking genius earning the highest returns. Not at all. His secret was earning pretty good returns for an extraordinarily long period of time. He was the tortoise, just letting the incredible magic of compounding do all of the heavy lifting for decades. All right, let's wrap this up by reframing what every single dollar you save or spend truly represents. Think about this. When you go into debt, you're not just borrowing money. You are literally selling off pieces of your future. You're giving a lender control over your future time, your future freedom, and your future self. But here's the flip side, and this is the most empowering idea of all. Saving isn't a sacrifice. It's the act of buying your own independence back. Every single dollar you put away is you purchasing a piece of your own future that belongs completely and totally to you. So, the crucial takeaway here is this. Building wealth isn't about brilliance, it's about behavior. It's about recognizing that the greatest status symbol isn't a luxury car, but the freedom to control your own time. And you have the power to start purchasing that freedom, dollar by dollar, starting right now. So the only question is, what piece of your future will you buy back today?